What up, weirdos? It's your boy Rain Trizzle, and my co-host, co-captain, Cole, conspirators, Uncle Juju, and Chris.
What is up, guys?
What is up? What is up?
How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Back from Hell, your Spotify, YouTube podcast, where you get to find out everything you didn't know you needed to know. How's everybody? Good. We all good up in here?
Yep.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. If you're here on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the fucking world. We're getting more views each and every time, so please try and help us push us into the algorithm. And if you're here on Spotify, just keep doing what you're doing and make sure you follow, you know what I'm saying? You can follow us on Twitch, though, at BrainDeadXTV if you want to follow us and see some live streams with the boys every Friday night at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and Saturday. And randomly sometimes during the week. You never know.
Hell yeah, man. So what's good?
Not a whole lot. I don't know if for anybody who's new listening, we do a thing here every night called a comic book of the week. Basically, we all pick a comic book or a manga, whatever it may be, and we put it on a scale of 1 to 10 of a chopping block that is for the art and the writing, and basically decide if it was good or bad for us. You know, can't speak for everybody, but it's kind of the goal is to get people interested in these books and see if they'll read them and give their take and maybe say something back to us or not. Who knows? But or maybe help you avoid a shitty book or find a new good book. You know, maybe you hear something that we talk about and you're like, that sounds fucking cool. I'm gonna go read it. So, you know what I mean? But with that being said, Juju.
Yes. My comic book of the week is Strange Tales number 110. This was published in 1963. The writer was Stan Lee. The penciler was Dick Ayers and
Back on your
Steve
Stan Lee
Ditko.
shit.
Yes. Yes. This is the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're done with Stanley after this?
Pretty much went through most of the major Avengers, so
True.
this one is the introduction of Doctor Strange into the
Oh.
wonderful world of comics. It started off with a Human Torch story that I particularly was not all that interested in. I'm not going to talk about it. It's a two-part, it's a 2-for-1 comic book. I'm going to talk about the Doctor Strange story, which actually started off with a very simple setup. A guy is having nightmares, and he decides to visit the Sorcerer Supreme to kind of rid him of his night terrors.
What a dramatic step.
Yeah,
I got night terrors. Let me go find the Sorcerer Supreme. Lucky you, fuckboy.
Yeah.
And they kind of like set it up as like the sorcerers are just people you can walk in and like, they deal with your problem. So he comes in on the guy who greets him at the door. It's like, he's already waiting for you. And it's all mysterious in the 1960s kind of vibe. And you meet Stephen Strange, who looks like, I'm not kidding, an Asian Vincent Price. Because back in the 60s, if you were doing anything mystical, it had to do with the East and mysticism. That's the way they went. So he like uses his transcendental meditation to go into the dude's dreams and finds out that Nightmare, and that's also his debut as a Doctor Strange villain.
Oh, I talked
him.
about him with the
Yeah.
Mobius with the Mobius
Yeah.
Morbius fucking book. As we're speaking of him, Morbius was stuck in a dream and Strange went into the dream realm and dealt with Nightmare.
Yep.
That was like the 90s.
Basically, the guy is being haunted by the guilty conscience of all the people he screwed over in business, and that's why he's having these dreams. And Strange sorts it out and comes back to the real world, and find out what happens on the next one.
Yeah.
So the writing, just for the structure, I give Stan Lee for a Stan Lee book. I give it a 7.
Okay.
I feel like you could have fleshed out a little bit of what the Sorcerer Supremes are and what they do, as opposed to just kind of having it as like a blurb.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Honestly, though, the art style was kind of subdued for Doctor Strange. Like they did some weird stuff, but not enough.
Time period, bro.
Um,
Time period.
yeah, and
Time
also it's
period.
like
Be
the first,
fair.
it's the debut, so I'm gonna give it an 8.
All right.
Because it's
Not too
also
bad.
Steve Ditko who like knocked it out of the park for everyone that I've seen him do.
Oh yeah.
Um, I wanted more out of this one.
Valid. I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. I just think you're in the wrong time period for what you're asking for. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the time period of books you're reading are simpler times, bro. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
they, they weren't anywhere near the art we are now.
Oh yeah.
So
No.
I'm just telling you, I think you're looking in the wrong time period, just personally. I think you're looking for this
Yeah.
abstract, crazy '90s shit, and
Yeah.
or this like modern 2000 shit, where it's like just super crazy art. Like that's just me though.
Oh, and I agree with you like 100
I'm not hating on
100%.
like
You're right.
Had to
But I'm
start
just
somewhere.
yeah, and also like I'm glad that I'm kind of done with all of like the original debuts of these characters. Now I can just move on to whatever I want to.
fair.
Um, yeah,
Done more
and
than
it's
me.
also just it's also just compare and contrast to like the characters as they were written back then and what they are now.
That's cool. I can vibe with it. I'm not hating on your plan of action, sir. I'm just saying before you completely say the art was like, man, for who he is. I'm like, it's the time.
Yeah, and it's also early in their careers too.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
All right, so you give it a 7 and an 8.
Yeah.
7 and an 8. All right. Well, my comic book of the week is something that I've been waiting to kind of end to see where it goes, and that is Death of the Venomverse 5. You're not gonna. It got Null on the front, which is a little confusing because he's holding
Yeah.
Carnage. Like Carnage is dead. We'll get into that.
Hmm.
Spoiler alerts. Spoiler alerts. Spoiler alerts. For anybody reading this book and hasn't read it or is getting into reading this book. I'm gonna be off rip. I was enjoying this series, but the last 2 books have kind of like pissed me off a little bit.
Mhm.
Uh, Car- I I love Carnage and I love Venom. I love Null. And spoiler warning, I don't hate this book just because he kills Null. That's a big spoiler. I don't
Okay.
hate it because of that. I hate it because of how it went down. It was
Mhm.
like, because throughout the book, Null is like fighting him. I believe it's in the 5th book. He's fighting him like Carnage is like blowing like fire shit in his face, like point blank, and it's doing nothing to him. And like it, you know what I mean? Like all these like Venom knockoffs from all these different universes could almost kill Carnage. Why is Null not just like walking the dog or at least tied? You know what I'm saying? Like if all those like people that Null could kill easily is about to like almost kill Carnage, I feel like Null should be this like biting nail fight, and it wasn't. He gets stabbed in the back with Carnage's like Codex symbiote fucking trident, and it goes through his fucking chest, stomach area, and I just it just feels like Carnage is at this point where they don't. It's not even that he's unbeatable. It's just the writers are writing him to be unstoppable. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it almost
Definitely not street level, that's for sure.
dude, I mean, you could be where Carnage is at street level almost, but like have a weak like he does have a weakness and then like he doesn't at the same time. So it's like it just bores me. You know what I mean? I get
Yeah.
look at the fucking cat, bro.
I'm so sorry.
uh I don't know. I get kind of bored when characters just like can't be beaten. That's why I don't like Bleach.
Or
It's
Yeah.
Superman.
yeah,
Yeah.
or Superman, big one. Uh, I just I wish it went down a little different. It ends with it basically gonna pick up with Carnage in October, which I'm gonna give a shot since I read everything up until this point. Uh, I'm kind of hoping Carnage gets beaten down, and this is kind of like the downfall of Carnage. But overall, I give the writing a 6.
Ooh.
I give the writing a 6, and I give the art a give the art like an 8.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was not thrilled on the writing, so and I was like,
Yeah.
I was
Big let.
invested. Yeah, I was invested. I don't hate it as much as everybody online does, though. Everybody online rips it the fuck apart, and I don't really think it deserves all that. You know, I think it's still like enjoyable. Like I definitely think like the first 3 issues were banging. Like I think just like the cool shit you see, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's some cool shit to be had in these books. I just don't think it was executed well.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's
I
just
could see
me.
that
Okay.
being the case.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I
if
think that
anybody
may
did
be
the lowest I've given something,
yeah, for
yeah,
writing.
it is. It is. And trust me, I've given other books from this series a higher fucking a higher grade. I just it was and like I've been waiting for Null to show up, and when he did, it was like they just didn't use it in the way I think they could have. Like they should have been
Yeah.
having this like crazy like weapon fight. You know what I mean? They're using both their like symbiote codex,
For
whatever.
like
Fuck
a few pages, not just like any
yeah,
ended like
like whatever. You know, like you see Null at the end of the 4th book, and then a little bit in the 5th book, and it's like not like in the ways you would expect it to be. So it was just a little bit of a letdown, but it is what it is.
but you said
uh
it does seem like it's gonna continue on a separate series
yeah,
or
yeah, it definitely seems like well, because this Carnage is the same Carnage from the ongoing series that was happening, and that
Mhm.
series is either starting up, I believe, because they say read on in Carnage 1 October whatever. So that Carnage will continue in October. So I will see
Hmm.
where he goes
Yeah.
and decide after like book 3 if I will keep up or not. So
It sounds like you were almost kind of expecting Null to like bring him down a peg.
yeah, dude,
You know.
like I'm not even saying like I wasn't expecting him to kill Null and then kind of do nothing with it. Because that's kind
Yeah.
of what happened, and that was like the big letdown. Was like, all right, you killed Null, now what? And he does nothing, at least from what I understand. And it was just like, I don't know, man. I was really hoping like Null would have at least like checked him a little bit. Like
Yeah.
they didn't use him as like the King in Black as he, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it
Like
felt
he's supposed to be the ultimate baddie, right? And at least as far as the symbiotes are concerned,
yeah, and he
he
didn't
went
come.
out like a bitch.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, straight up.
Sounds
I
like it.
I was just like, this is lame, dude. Like, why? Like, why? I mean, I guess the real King in Black is like the real original Eddie Brock that we all know, and he wasn't there in this. Oddly enough, he's like fighting Doom or whatever in his story. Like,
Yeah.
for some reason, they didn't get the one Eddie Brock that's like the most important, and I'm wondering if that's gonna play on Carnage because. I wonder if he's gonna find out Carnage like killed off like all of his Venoms, and we'll see what happens. But I'd be very bummed if he's the one. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I almost feel like I should have invested all my time into Venom and not Carnage, but it is what it is.
Mm.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You know,
Hmm.
like
You haven't read all of the Venom series yet?
No, because when I started reading Carnage, they were already on like issue like 18 of Venom, and I just was trying to find something I
You'll have to
could.
catch up on.
I was just trying to find something I could start with and buy as it
Yeah,
came out.
kind of like watch it every Sunday.
Yeah, that's like what I did with Carnage,
Yeah,
and it was fire for a little while. But we'll see. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I got a couple other series I'm into. I'm about to jump into the Zdarsky Batman run, even though people are not really vibing with it. I want to give my own take on it, so I'm gonna jump
yeah.
into that. And I got the Gotham War going on, which is apparently like ties into Zdarsky's. So we'll see.
Word, word. I am probably going to get Gotham next.
What, Gotham War?
Yes, that
Like,
and the Gotham Gargoyle or Gargoyle
or
Gotham, whatever
Batman?
that one is.
Batman Gargoyle Gotham. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
that.
just I'm looking for Batman now. Like I've kind of done my whole Marvel thing. Now I just kind of want to jump over to DC and see
I
what's going
really
on over there.
recommend that Gargoyle Gotham book, dude. Like that was very pleasing. I'm biting my nails waiting for the next one to actually come up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
And sounds cool with the Court of Owls and everything.
yeah, no, that I don't think that one didn't have Court of Owls.
Oh,
That's
which
Batman
Batman
Beyond.
story?
That's Batman
Okay.
Beyond. Yeah, that was Batman Beyond. That one I also recommend, but as like an actual Batman series, Gargoyle Gotham is fire in
Mm,
my opinion. I think it would really go up Juju's alley. Even yours,
yeah,
Chris. I think you would vibe with it very
we'll look
hard.
into it.
Um, but yeah, dude, I love comics. We all do.
Should
It's
I pop my rec or my
yeah,
not rec?
yeah. I didn't know if you
Well,
had one. I forgot, low key.
I can grab it from the shelf if you want. It's probably my first
I can
solid
just
five to give. It's a called Dimension W by the mangaka Yuji Uehara.
okay,
Um, starts good, but it's one of those, as you were saying with Carnage, just like has such a terrible ending. But this is just the first volume, so let me just talk about that. It's about this like AI robot girl that appears to this guy that like is big into mechanics. The only guy that has a actual car in a world of like flying vehicles and stuff like that. And because
okay,
everything is basically like Tesla, like whatever the thing that's in Iron Man's chest, you know what I'm talking
oh,
about?
the arc reactor.
Yeah, the arc reactor. Everything is run on arc reactors pretty much. Really cool concept. Uh arc reactors with powering this AI girl that's needing saving or whatever and is the background of the story. Some good action, some good chase scenes, but in the end, as I said, it just falls short. Cat. Art, I'd give a solid like seven. I mean, it's pretty good. Nothing
Mhm.
like bad, nothing
yeah.
terrible, or but some overall good fight scenes and stuff like that. But just the writing is mid. I'd give it like a solid five, maybe.
Okay.
Cool concept. That's the only part where it gets like
Yeah. You just say, yeah, this is AIDS.
exactly.
I get it, dude. Hell
Yeah,
yeah. A couple low scores tonight. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. Somebody else may actually really enjoy Death of Venomverse. I If you don't like Venom, you'll love it. I'll tell you that.
Mm.
Like the end of it. You'll love the end of it. But no, okay, a 5? A 5? Alright, alright. Hell yeah, dude. Well, shit. Need something to bring that book score
Yeah.
up. Maybe a Blue Chew.
Maybe a
Oh,
blue chew.
maybe.
Need the
Jeez.
boner.
Dude, what is up? What is up with I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, doesn't matter where. There's some 20 to 30-year-old telling me to buy Blue Chew. And I'm like, why? Like, do you all have ED already? Like, what is
Yeah, like I was telling you, it probably started. Honestly, I'd say a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. With I'd say. Wait, let me check on the YouTube. Okay, it started like a year ago with the MMA people, with Cody Garbrandt, Cub Swanson, Bruce Buffer, and them. And I started seeing them then, and I was like, "This is just like casual, like Viagra commercials. Like,
nah,
what's going on?"
yeah, I don't know, dude. It's weird because like I telling you, like on Instagram, it's like straight up like 20 to like 25-year-olds, and I'm like, I guess like I could see why you would pay them to do it because you're trying to get everybody on it, but like, why the fuck are all y'all young motherfuckers on dick pills? Like,
It's like, dude, are 50-year-olds like watching streaming content? Is that what's going on? Because
no,
like,
dude, I think genuinely they're trying to get younger people on this shit, and I think they're doing it. I think they,
Yeah, with
I genu-
influencers and stuff.
Yeah, dude. I mean, when I worked in kitchens, I found out hella people took way more gas station dick pills than I thought.
yeah.
Shout
I'm
out
like,
that one homie that won't be named.
I'm just saying, dude, like, no, there's a few I can remember from kitchens. Like, like that, and then I worked at this head shop where, like,
Yeah.
this dude was talking about just dumping them in his water all the time casually and drinking it throughout the night.
God.
And I'm like, what? Like, dude, what do you mean?
Uh,
You're just
uh,
getting a raging boner at the club? That's crazy.
Fooling with boners with the boys.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude, like, not.
is your shit that shot
Has
that it
anybody
just
here ever
doesn't
taken,
work?
like, no judgment, has anybody here ever taken a dick pill?
No,
I haven't either. I'm too scared. I've
I
heard
don't need to.
I don't
Won't
need
go
to.
down.
I don't need to, but I've just heard such horror stories that
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm like,
You
why
know,
would you even risk it?
and I'm also like that. There's like the two kinds. There's the Viagra blue chew. Then there's also like the natural male enhancement, which I'm like, isn't that the same thing? Like,
You seen the honey packs?
No.
no, I
There's
haven't.
like it's like a horny honey pack. It like gives you a boner.
Horny, honey.
Yeah, it makes you horny apparently. Like apparently it works like a motherfucker. I saw somebody on TikTok cooking with it.
God.
I mean, like,
They're cooking horny chicken, dude. It is crazy.
And
if if
Imagine
you're
you eat
thinking like,
chicken and you get a boner.
I was about to say, homegirl cooks it up, but she really wants that dick.
I mean, you have to be on like that has to be for somebody with like beta blockers or something that
Beta
like,
blockers.
yeah, like the antidepressants that can like
Yeah, yeah.
lower your sex drive or whatever.
Mm.
But just casually, oh, I'm gonna put this thing that's gonna make me super like ready to go in my food.
Nah, bro. Not for
The
me.
aliens are laughing at us. That's all
Not
I'm
for me
saying.
The
either.
aliens
At
are
least not
laughing at
yet.
it. Yeah, maybe when I'm like 60, I'll eat horny chicken, but not right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Give it till I'm at
also,
least 30.
that reminds me of
Kidding,
Dewey
kidding.
I'm
Cox.
kidding. He's saying Juju. You're basically saying Juju should be on dick pills if you're saying at least 30.
Okay, I was sure.
Fuck no.
That's funny as shit, yo.
No.
Said at least 30.
But I mean, At 40, maybe I'll start thinking about it, but like
No,
right
no,
now,
no. Let's
no.
stop being real about it. Our dicks will work till we're 80, boys. This is
Hell
that
yeah.
Okay.
mental.
I use chopsticks and fucking rubber bands to keep it up.
Yeah, dude, you freaking
And
cut
fucking
off the
paint.
circulation to your balls enough, you're good to go.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
What?
Jesus Christ, yo. Is this YouTube appropriate? I didn't think this through. I guess so. They have the
Yeah.
Blue Chew fucking ads on
I mean,
there.
yeah, come on.
From what I've heard, as long as it's within, well, we're past the 15-minute mark, so heard you're good cursing and getting out of pocket after that. Obviously, you can't show stuff, but
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
or at least that's like what Tyler One does and everything
Well,
like
I
that.
heard somebody say it about smoking. I think it was
That's
I think it was either Goblin or No Jumper that said it. Uh Speaking of this, so you would never recommend this to a young person if they didn't need it, right?
No, I feel like that would fuck your shit up.
Okay, so that goes into the next topic. What is something you would never recommend something? What is something you would never recommend to somebody
Um,
other than Blue Chew
other than Blue Chew, yeah.
or gas station pill?
I would never recommend anybody watch Morbius ever.
Damn.
nobody, nobody at
Nobody.
all. No one would
Nobody at
like
all.
that
That
movie.
movie is
Not even like Jared Leto's biggest fan ever.
no. Jared Leto shouldn't have a biggest fan ever.
Obviously not, but I'm just saying there probably is a Jared Leto fan out there.
Then this is not the movie for you, bud. Sorry.
I had to say that the night I wear the shirt for the comic book.
Sorry. I mean the
Well, the
movie.
comic is way better than the.
It is. It is.
I want my 2 hours back.
I thought you didn't finish it.
I did.
Oh my god.
I had to. It was like halfway through, and I was like, I gotta see it through just to
Not
get it off my
recommend
Netflix
to
screen.
anyone.
Get it off my Netflix. So you would never rec Morbius to anybody, the movie.
Fuck no.
All right,
Fuck
that's
no.
valid. What about you, Chris?
3D animated Studio Ghibli movie. Whatever, Earwick and the Witch.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. Like literally ended out of nowhere, like the fucking Sopranos. Like didn't look good. Looked like freaking Jimmy Neutron level of 3D animation.
Okay.
Like not
Okay.
not good. I'm excited for whatever the herring though.
Oh, the
No.
boy in the
Yeah.
hair or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That,
okay.
What about you? Do you have a recommendation on something never to do?
Yeah, I do. I recommend you never bang a chick who just broke up with a long-term boyfriend.
That's fair.
that is solid
Y-
advice.
You're finna get yourself in a sticky situation. Or a
Oh hell
sad
yeah.
situation. Or an
Hell yeah.
earful. And I recommend you don't.
Sometimes it's worth it though.
I'll know, man.
I gotta go with Rainy on this one. I don't recommend that.
That's just me. That's just hey.
That's fair.
You asked me what I wouldn't. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
that's fair. That's fair.
I wouldn't recommend it, dude. Like I think you're fitting. I think a lot of the negatives just outweigh the positives. Unless you're gonna be
Without
a
a doubt. I
unless
can certainly agree with that.
unless you're gonna be
Yeah.
a total prick and just ghost mode, which I was never really that asshole.
And that's not cool.
No.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I would tell somebody never to fucking ghost somebody. If you're gonna
There
like
we
hang
go.
out and hook
Okay,
up with
Choo-Choo.
them, you at
Yeah.
least have the benefit of telling the person, "Hey, sorry."
Yeah, no, I vouch for
Tell
that.
you what, Doesn't feel good.
It doesn't, and it's
No,
awkward
it feels like
and
shit.
weird, but you kind of at least owe it to the person.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Something I would recommend to somebody? That new show on Amazon Prime, the spinoff of The Boys, Gen V.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes, I
I
would highly recommend that too.
especially if you like Chainsaw Man, because one of the chick's powers is she can control her blood. So it's like almost like a little bit of a power rip.
Speaking of
It's
which,
also
Yes,
let's
sir.
go.
Fire little figure.
Mhm.
yeah, it's very Avatar-ish, like that one episode with the bloodbender.
True.
That chick's story's
And the
fucked
swamp.
up though.
Yeah.
The chick and the boys, like how she figures out her powers. I'm not gonna
Yes.
spoil it, but it is fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
Is it just the first episode out right now?
nah, first
Yeah.
three.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it
It's
out.
the first three. I watched all three when it came out.
And then they're gonna be they're gonna be releasing weekly, correct?
I don't know. I just know they put the
Mm.
first three out, and I watched them all, like back to back. Like,
I,
I
re-
watched the
I
I
regret
watched
watching Crapopolis instead of that.
what, Gen V?
Armin. Yeah.
Have you finished The Boys?
Nah, I still need to
I'd recommend finishing The Boys.
yeah.
starting Jitby. Heard that.
Yeah, cause it kind of like I believe it's like I believe it's an app.
Continuation.
Yeah,
Heard that. Heard that.
it's at least what it seems like to me.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit over harsh on Crapopolis. It did have some parts that made me laugh, but Greek humor isn't for everyone.
I don't even know what that is.
It's
Crapopolis?
new Dan Harmon show guy that does Rick and
uh
Morty. That's not an
yes.
asshole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll have to check it out. That would it.
Where's it on?
Hulu. I'd give it a
Hulu.
solid like. It's a good like put in the background show. Like it has
Okay.
some funny parts, like some one-liners that you're like ha ha ha. Especially if you like Greek mythology and stuff like that.
Juju
And it's
does.
Okay. Oh yeah.
got like the guy from What They Do in the Shadows.
Uh
Um,
Jermaine Clement or yeah.
not the long-haired dude, the shorter-haired fat guy, fat tur guy.
Oh,
Not the Hispanic guy either. Not the Hispanic like familiar.
oh, you mean the show? I'm thinking of the movie. I'm sorry.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. The
It's not
show's good though.
Nandor.
If you
I
haven't
know who
seen
you're
it.
talking about, the English guy, right?
British guy that was on
Yes.
IT Crowd.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
He's very funny in it. That was the only one that I was like really
Fucking
geeking out at.
what's the-
Wait, is it a cartoon or live action?
Cartoon, but he's
Cartoon.
in live action shows. The guy
Okay.
that I was talking
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
about, like
I know he's in live. I know you're talking about live action. So you're saying he did a voice?
Yeah.
yeah, he does the voice of the main character's dad or something like that. So the main
All
character has
right.
like a demi god mom or demigod dad and like a full on goddess mom or something that got like cast
Yeah.
off of Athens. It's kind of cool, kind of interesting.
Okay. Sounds like Juju has something to watch now.
Yeah, for sure on Hulu.
All right. Word.
I've been back.
Crapopolis.
I've been back on my One Piece anime grind. I'm at 155 or 56.
He's in there.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's actually like picked up. It's gotten mad interesting. Like all these warlords of the sea are involved now. Like
The live action gave the rejuve.
yeah, it did. It did. It made me want to start watching it. And like Don Flamingo showed up, which was fucking cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
hell yeah. He's like one
Yeah.
of the best.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what starts happening. They're in Skypiea, up in the sky. Fucking oh shit, I just fucked up. They're up in the sky doing their thing. It's interesting. I'm curious. I am told this arc is important, so we're gonna go with it.
Okay. Word.
Powerhouse some more tomorrow, you know.
Yeah, luckily there's not like, at least I don't believe there's a ton of filler in One Piece.
No, not a whole lot. A lot of it like is important at some part. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Um. I.
Google was listening to me. I typed in filler count and it auto filled One Piece. Yeah, dude.
They be doing
Out
this.
of out of all of those like thousand something freaking episodes, says the uh it only has 94 filler episodes, which is kind of crazy. That's
That
like
is. That's
Yeah.
like nothing.
one filler episode every 100, if not even that.
Yeah. That's a small percentage.
That
Holy shit.
I guarantee you, Naruto's is 4 times that at least.
Never got into
Yeah,
Naruto.
I had a homie tell me, he was like, "Dude, I skipped like a bunch of you can start here and just skip a bunch of stuff. It doesn't really matter." And I was like, "That's not what I was told or read, bro. So I'm gonna just sit here and punish myself."
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea if it's saying that there's only 94 filler episodes.
Yeah.
Sounds like it all has something to do with the main story.
It does, cause like shit from like way back has popped up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, for sure.
shit with Shanks and like Buggy and Mihawk. Really good. I see why people fuck with it so hard. You know what I mean?
I mean.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a little bit more respect, especially after Oda was so dedicated to the live action and whatnot.
Yeah.
He put his balls into that shit. Give it to
Facts,
him.
He was.
facts.
He was not trying to have what happened to The Witcher happen to him.
Yeah, that's
Which
kind of
I'm like,
bad.
I'm kind of mad about that, to be honest. Like, I honestly felt like Netflix really should have been like, all right, Cavill's leaving because the writers suck. The writers must go.
Yeah,
That's
nah,
the decision they should have made.
I agree. Because Calvo was the show.
Yeah, and I mean, it just goes to show, like, why are they picking these showrunners that seem to hate the property that they're making? Like, that is a head scratcher to me. Like, the guy who's now the new showrunner for the Power Rangers show basically was like, "Yeah, we're not taking any more Japanese footage because we looked at it and we laughed at it and we didn't think it was that good." I'm like, "Well, that's the heart of the fucking show, you idiot."
Yeah,
Like, this just goes to show you're not a fan of the property that you were given to
yeah.
make a show of.
Without a
Ergo,
doubt.
don't make the show.
You would
You know,
think it'd be that easy.
yeah, you would. I mean, like,
I, s-
that's kind of what
I
I
did see
hope
a
the.
clip of Lord Zed from the new show, and it was pretty fire. Like, it felt pretty, like, original Rangers to me.
Um,
Okay, okay.
I think that that series was made prior to Hasbro making the acquisition from Saban. So I think that's like the last of the I forget what they call it, but it's the fusion of American and Japanese. That's like the last season where they did any of that.
I don't know, because, hold on. Isn't it called Cosmic Fury, the new shit on Netflix?
Yes.
No, I'm right. That scene I watched is from Cosmic Fury with Lord Zed. No, it says right here, Power Rangers, Cosmic Fury, Power Rangers, Cosmic Fury, Cosmic Fury, spoilers. Yeah, this is a Cosmic Fury clip of Lord. I recommend. Is pretty fire looking though.
I do know that the showrunner though lit up fucking Power Rangers Twitter um, with like some of the shit he was saying, which I'm just like, again, I really hope that the strike kind of washed over. Now they're gonna be like, all right, are you a good writer? Yeah, come here. Do you like the show? All right, come on. Instead of being like, no,
Can
I
only
don't
hope
really like
though.
it, but I'm gonna write it. Why?
Yeah, I
Fingers
don't,
crossed.
Yeah, you can only hope.
because it's the people they're willing to pay. Probably the
Yeah.
truth in it. They're not
Yeah,
trying
what
to
a
pay.
god.
Not gonna pay out the ass for some dude who actually gives a fuck about the core content, like the core like material or whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
the source material.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying though. Like
Yeah,
those people are pricey.
yeah. Um, but that being said, I've also started watching a lot of like Godzilla, fucking kaiju, especially the newer Godzilla movies and stuff.
What
I'm
the
looking
fuck?
forward to
I mean,
Monarch,
that
the
show.
show.
That show looked
Yes.
wild. Have you seen that preview, Chris?
Hmm.
I'm not, man.
Oh, that shit looks actually wild. It's like a Godzilla show,
Yeah,
like a kaiju show.
it's basically like they're in, investigating, not they're investigating, but the premise of it is that Monarch has been like monitoring these kaiju basically forever, so they've known about them for a while, and they're wondering like why did they just let all this crazy shit happen when they knew that these monsters were dangerous and running around. um
So
I
that's Monarch Legacy of Monsters.
yes. I really hope that they bring out some of the lesser known kaiju for this. Like,
Hell
you don't
yeah.
need your headliners. You need, like, the other monsters that are kind of cool looking.
Yeah, nah, I'm
Ghidorah.
like the like I was saying though, the trailer looked fire. Like it looked quality.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
actually was impressed with what they were showing. I was like, dude,
Hell yeah.
this could be something. You know what I
oh
mean?
yeah. That trailer made me watch Kong versus Godzilla because I'd never seen it. It's like we talk about like superheroes like knocking down cities, like these two motherfuckers, like
No,
god
yeah.
damn.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not the biggest kaiju fan. I respect it, but I'm not the biggest like I'm into it, but
The required taste for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, like I gotta be in the mood. You know what I mean? Like I gotta really
Oh
be.
yeah.
It depends.
Um.
Like if I'm really fucking stoned, yeah, I'll sit down and watch a Godzilla or Kong movie. Like I almost prefer Kong over Godzilla movies though.
Very similar. Very similar.
It's also like
Kong's basically just American kaiju.
Yep.
Yeah.
Although Kong predates Godzilla by a good like 10, 15 years.
Boom, baby, America.
Hell yeah.
Boom.
And I mean, like,
But what about Paul Bunyan?
fair enough.
The
Yeah, I think
the
that
true
the true
kaiju of America.
Oh my fucking god, get the hell out of here. Yeah, you did not
This
just call Paul
gigantic
Bunyan a
blocks.
fucking kaiju. Yeah, that's
I guess
funny
it's
as shit.
anyway.
Chris has a kid. He teaches him that at like 4 years old. He's in school reading the tall tales of
You
Paul
act up, you're gonna get squished by Paul Bunyan.
He's like, so yeah, isn't Paul Bunyan a kaiju? And they're like, he's a what? A kaiju, like Godzilla. My dad told
Paul
me.
Bunyan,
He said
aka the lumberjack.
he said he'd smash me if I act up. He's a scary kaiju from the woods. He's like Godzilla, but he just comes out the ground, out in the wild, in the woods. Yo, that would be funny as shit.
The Sam Squatch will get you.
To Sam Squanch. Yo, get the fuck out of here. But everybody, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Make sure you drop a follow on Spotify and you follow everywhere else at BrainDeadXTV and soon to be Whatnot. And yeah, just remember, never offended, always recommended, and have a wonderful night, my dudes. Later.